Listen up, you donkey. Today we're not messing around with your average grub. We're diving into the world of luxury, the kind of food that makes your wallet cry, the priciest delicacies from around the bloody globe. We're talking ingredients so rare, they make diamonds look like pebbles. From the depths of the ocean to the heart of a blooming flower, we're about to find out what makes these ingredients worth their weight in gold. Are these extravagant eats worth their hefty price tag? Or are we better off sticking to a good burger? Let's find out. First up, we've got the truffle, the diamond of the culinary world, and frankly, it better taste bloody brilliant for the price tag it comes with. These pungent little buggers grow underground, hiding like scared rabbits, which is why they use those truffle-sniffing dogs to find them. We're talking about truffles so expensive, they have their own security detail. Can you believe these things can go for thousands of dollars a pound? It's like they think they're royalty or something. They even have a yearly truffle hunting dog competition in Italy. Can you imagine the pressure? Find the truffle, or you're sleeping in the doghouse. Now I know what you're thinking. Gordon, it's just a fungus, but trust me, this isn't your average mushroom you find growing on your wellies. It's got this earthy, musky aroma, like nothing you've ever smelled before. It's intense, it's luxurious, it's bloody expensive. They shave this stuff paper thin over pasta, risotto, eggs, you name it. And let me tell you, a little goes a long way. It's all about that subtle flavor that hits you like a freight train. But here's the million-dollar question. Is it worth selling your granny's silver for? Next up, we're diving into the deep end with bluefin tuna, the king of the sea. And when I say king, I mean it. This fish is treated like royalty, especially the fatty tuna, toro. It's got this buttery, melt-in-your-mouth texture that's like nothing else on earth. We're talking about tuna that can fetch up to $3,000 per pound at auction in Japan. That's right, you heard me correctly. People are shelling out thousands of dollars for a single bite of this fish. They've even got special chefs who train for years just to learn how to cut it properly. Talk about pressure. Now, I've had my fair share of tuna in my day, but this bluefin stuff, it's on another level. It's got this rich, savory flavor that just explodes in your mouth. It's like the Wagyu beef of the ocean. But let's be real. The price is enough to make your head spin. Is it really worth remortgaging your house for a taste? Don't get me wrong, it's good, bloody good, but I'm not sure I'd trade my car for it. Now, let's talk saffron. This spice is like the gold dust of the culinary world. It's literally worth more than its weight in gold. It comes from the crocus flower, and each flower only produces a few tiny threads of saffron. We're talking about 75,000 flowers to make just 1 pound of saffron. No wonder it's so bloody expensive. It's got this unique, slightly sweet floral aroma that can elevate any dish. Think paella, risotto, even desserts. Saffron adds a touch of luxury that you won't find anywhere else. It's like the Queen of England decided to grace your dinner plate with her presence. But handling this stuff is like handling explosives. A little goes a long way. You don't want to overdo it or you'll end up with something that tastes like perfume. Trust me, I've seen it happen, and it ain't pretty. Now I know what you're thinking. Gordon, can't I just use turmeric instead? Listen, you wouldn't swap out a Rolex for a Timex, would you? Saffron is in a league of its own. It's got history, it's got prestige, it's got a flavor that's worth its weight in gold. All right, let's talk about Kobe beef. Now, this isn't your average backyard barbecue fare, mate. This is the Rolls-Royce of beef, raised with more pampering than a Hollywood celebrity. We're talking about cows that live in air-conditioned barns, listen to classical music, and get daily massages. You heard that right, massages. And not just any massage, we're talking about beer massages. Apparently, it helps tenderize the meat. Who would have thought? And the taste, let me tell you, it's like biting into a cloud of buttery, melt-in-your-mouth goodness. It's so marbled and rich, it practically dissolves on your tongue. Forget knives, you could cut this stuff with a spoon, but here's the kicker. It comes with a price tag that would make your eyes water. We're talking hundreds of dollars for a single steak. That's right, a single steak. So, is it worth it? If you've got money to burn and a hankering for the best beef on the planet, then go for it. But for the rest of us, we might have to stick to a good old-fashioned ribeye. And last but not least, we've got the most expensive soup in the world, bird's nest soup. Now, before you go thinking we're raiding some poor robin's home, let me explain. This soup is made from the nests of swiftlet birds, and these aren't your average twigs and straw nests. These birds build their nests entirely out of their own saliva, which hardens into a gelatinous, translucent structure. It's a bit like finding out your fancy jelly dessert is made from spit, but hey, don't knock it till you try it, right? It's been a delicacy in Chinese cuisine for centuries, and it's said to have all sorts of health benefits. But let's be honest, the main attraction here is the exclusivity and the price tag. We're talking about thousands of dollars for a bowl of soup. Now, I'm all for trying new things, but the texture of this soup is a bit much, even for me. It's like eating overcooked spaghetti that's been swimming in chicken broth. But hey, who am I to judge? If people are willing to pay a king's ransom for a taste, then more power to them. Well, there you have it. We've traveled the globe, tasted the rarest of the rare, and emptied our wallets in the process. From the pungent aroma of white truffles to the melt-in-your-mouth goodness of Kobe beef, we've explored the world of culinary luxury. But the question remains, are these expensive delicacies worth the hype? Are they truly that much better than their more affordable counterparts? That's for you to decide. Let me know in the comments which of these delicacies you'd be willing to break the bank for, and why. Thanks for joining me on this luxurious taste test adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more delicious escapades.